Hold on. We're good now? Well, we're about ready to start this race here.
I know.
Are we still good?
Yep, we're good. So let me get
Okay.
real quick. Hold on.
Well, we can just wait because this is a test race. We're testing this out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Project Cars Racing Network presents live flag-to-flag coverage here in Germany at the Nürburgring GP course. Hi, folks. I'm Form the Crowd 909 alongside here with my co-commentator and partner for today's broadcast, Big D. Folks, we've got an exciting race for you today at this GP layout here at the Nürburgring, and I got to tell you, Big D, I'm really looking forward to this one. What can we expect for today's race?
I'm going to have to say that, we're going to have to keep our eyes on that SBGH Cyborg. He's the dominant factor of this race today. And we are about ready to go live here.
And they're on the starting grid. And the green flag is out. We're underway after a standing start. Go down that long straightaway. We'll see who gets the advantage of turn number one. And for the time being, Corporal
He takes
dove
it,
in
didn't
there,
he?
although he got very locked up on the brakes. And Cyborg was peeking to his outside. He backs off for just a moment. And Ridge Runner is way behind in third place. Oh, and Corporal is sideways.
Oh.
And they both spun out. And now
That's
Cyborg is
what
back
they
in the
get,
lead.
And then, they push that a little bit too hard there with cold tires, it's in that.
Oh, Corporal spun out again.
Like Corporal's. Yeah, it looks like he's having a hard time controlling that car. He's probably in there cussing, throwing a couple F-bombs there around.
And he made
and
Ridge
he just
Runner
takes
spin
out
out
Ridge
too.
Runner.
Well, definitely some struggles for these drivers at the start of this race. As Cyborg is actually slowed down in a caution.
It looks like he called out a caution, yeah.
Yep. And
That
I would
was
assume
an interesting start to this, was that not?
that was really exciting and not what I expected to see at all. And we'll have to wait and see, D, if they're going to go a full way around the track or go green on one of these straightaways. And looks like they're back underway.
Yeah, it looks like they're wrapping up for it anyway. Yeah, here we go, green again. Now let's see if Ridge Runner can do a little bit better this time because he had a really
He's
bad
looking
start.
to the
Looks like
inside.
he's looking at Corporal. Yeah, right. Corporal.
Yeah, but Corporal had the advantage for a second. And Ridge Runner's coming back. And I gotta tell you, Cyborg's loving this. Oh, they make contact. And Ridge Runner is in the grass.
And
But
that's
Cyborg spun out as well. And now Corporal's in the lead.
For the first lap in this race, sure, you'd think that these drivers would take back and get those tires a little bit warm before they start out like this. It seems like they're just going balls to the walls.
Oh, Corporal overshot. He hit the alternate route to take. He's in the sand. And Ridge Runner spun out as well. And here comes Cyborg, and he spins out. What is going on with these drivers, D?
I do not know. They must have forgot them. They must have fired their mechanic or something. The crew chief. Maybe they're just out there just having a good old running day.
Oh, and Ridge Runner hits the inside pit wall. He was very loose coming out of that last turn. And I'm not sure if they've got damage on for this race, but that's got to hurt his car.
You know, I
See if
think
he takes this.
Cyborg
Oh,
says, you know, with all the spinning around, I'm going to hold back. And you know what? Let's get these tires a little warmed up. See, he's flashing his light and telling him, you know what, I'm looking at you, but I realize these cars just ain't very good today.
and Ridge Runner's in the grass again. He's having all kinds of trouble. I can't tell if the damage is causing him to just wreck even more or what, but now Cyborg has got his sights set on Corporal. And we're only on the second lap, D. I feel like we've already watched an entire race with all this action.
Right. You know, it looks like it's down to a two-man race out of three because, you know, the way Ridge Runner hit that wall, I don't think he's going to be able to recover. He's probably going to have to take that car to the pits.
Ooh, Corporal locked
Yeah,
it up
but
just a
these-
little bit.
You know, I do wonder if this is going to be any indication of tomorrow's race. I mean, they sure are having a struggle. They're going to have to talk to their crew chief
And
and
there
find
goes
out
Corporal
why.
yet again through the grass. He did a good job of getting it back on the asphalt and not losing too much time. But yeah, you're right, D. They're racing here tomorrow for points. And if they're racing like this today, they may have to rethink their strategy for tomorrow.
Right. You know, I'd be getting the call to their crew chiefs and their mechanics and saying, hey, these cars are just way too loose. You need to tighten that up for me.
And it looks like they've called a caution, at least Cyborg has. He's letting Corporal catch back up. And Ridge Runner spun out again. Corporal spun out. All kinds of issues out here today, even under caution.
Yeah, looking back at that third place car, Ridge Runner, he sure has tore that car up in a short period of 2 laps. I mean, I know all of them is spun out, but I mean, you look at Cyborg's car and you look at Corporal's car, you know, they got a couple scratches, but Ridge Runner, it looks like he dented that whole hood.
Well, and these cars aren't very fast, are they, D?
No, I think they top out at about 150 going down that front straightaway. And then you're all the way down to 10 miles an hour in that U-turn. Turn 1 is about 10-mile-an-hour turn. You see right here, we're
Corporal's
peaking
looking
at
to the
full
inside.
speed.
And there goes Ridge Runner as well. So we're back under green,
Yeah,
and Corporal spun out.
I was saying, the way he came in so hot, there was a hard chance to actually make that turn. It was like I was saying, literally, you got to slow that thing down to about 5-10 miles an hour to make that turn.
Well, we'll see if Ridge Runner can keep it on the asphalt for the time being. As he sets its sights on Cyborg. I know Corporal lost about, looks like 7-8 seconds as he's back in the grass.
And you know, another thing that we got to keep plays in factor, Corporal has just came back from a 3-month he had a little family thing going on, and this is his debut coming back today. So he's probably really rusty. You know, these drivers, they drive every day, every week. And when you take 3 months off, you gotta wonder how that plays with you mentally.
You're certainly right about that, and I think Ridge Runner is doing a little bit of a better job of maybe the old mantra, sometimes slower is faster. Oh, he's looking to the inside of Cyborg. And he makes the pass for first place.
You know, maybe we undersold this Ridge Runner guy. Maybe he's a better racer than what we're putting out to be, because the way he hit that wall, I was like, sure, he was done with.
And I know with these slower speeds, aerodynamics aren't going to be quite as important, but gosh, you have to worry. Oh, Cyborg about spun out. He lost a little bit of time there.
You know, but being a rookie driver, because that's what Ridge Runner is, I'm sure Cyborg's not too concerned because he's been known to go up and tie-whore people, you know, and that's where he just gets on their bumper and he flashes those lights at them and says, you know what, I'm here, make your mistake so I can pass you.
Yeah. Well, this has been a real tough spot for some of these drivers, but time being, at least the top two made it through just fine. Ooh, a little wide there for Ridge Runner, and that's letting Cyborg almost get up to him. Cyborg's definitely got some momentum down this straightaway. He was peaking.
You know, a little bumping and running probably is going to be happening here real shortly.
Oh, a little bit of contact through the corner. And he is all over Ridge Runner.
That's one thing Cyborg likes, is he likes to use those lights, and he likes to intimidate people.
I really thought he was going to clip him there coming out of that last turn. And I just keep waiting for one of them to wreck again.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the rear end of these cars are not very stable. So we'll see if we can get the number 5 car can make a pass this turn, because this is Cyborg's strong point of this track, is bringing that car all the way up and then getting it slowed down.
He's right to his outside. Doesn't have the preferred lane. Oh, Ridge Runner does make a little mistake. He gets in the grass, and that does let Cyborg retake the lead.
You know, with 6 laps to go, this is still anybody's game.
You got that right, Big D. One little mistake, and your whole race can be ruined.
And now we're entering the most technical part of the race.
Oh, he is very aggressive. What a great move by Ridge Runner. I thought he was going to run in the back of Cyborg, and he managed to get it wound up just enough to make it dive. And as soon as I compliment him, he goes a little bit off course there, but a great save.
Yeah, he kept the first
position.
He took it there
wide,
goes Cyborg.
Lost it. Great
and
save,
now while he's catching up, you know, that's one thing I do got to say is these drivers, they don't give up. And if they spin out, you know what? They just keep plugging away, because they know the next guy, especially with the green track like this, they know that, like, Ridge Runner could spin at any time. So as soon as you give up a little bit, you're going to lose the race.
Yeah, neither of them, when they do get off course or spin out, they get right back into gear and keep on trucking. Ooh, a little wide there for Ridge Runner. He's in the sand. He's got to get it wound up a little bit. And, I think he pushed a little too hard coming back onto the track. That's letting Cyborg to slip away. And Cyborg did slow down. Caution is back out.
Now, I do got to give a shout out to that, because, you know, that's sportsmanship. Instead of running by himself, he called the caution out there. He said, let's bunch up, let's get Corporal up here, and let's have a race. It's all about high adrenaline, fun-packed racing. They're going to probably wait for Corporal to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, let's scroll back and see what Corporal's doing.
Yeah, Corporal's about 9 seconds behind, and he's going full speed here, trying to get caught back up.
And I'll take this time right now to plug in a couple race groups that we are broadcasting for. That would be D4C on NASCAR Heat. We also have Project Cars Racing Club that does Project Cars 2, and then Shatterbone Game Hosting. You know, 3 really competitive race teams that, well, we are going green again.
Yep, back underway, and Corporal wastes no time taking second place, and he's going for the lead. And he's got it from Cyborg. Let's see if they can keep it together in this turn. Oh, definitely some contact. And I think cooler heads prevailed.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson in that first 4 laps that, you know what, these cars are not something that you can just go balls to the wall at the start of the race. You have to get your tires a little warmed up there.
Corporal definitely benefited from that caution because he pretty much had no chance of winning this race. Now he's in the lead. Overshot that turn.
Oh, did you see Cyborg stick that turn right where the black was at?
Yep. Crossover move. Corporal still got the lead, but oh, Cyborg very loose. And Corporal spins out right in front of Cyborg.
And Cyborg was able to miss that.
Looks like we've got another caution. Ridge Runner runs in the back of Cyborg, I think, saying, go, go, go.
You know, and that you can definitely see the rookie move there because, you know, when somebody's slowed down and there's a caution, you got to keep off them. Because that little bit of damage that happened to the back of Cyborg's car and the front of Ridge Runner car is only going to hurt them in the long run.
Yep. But Corporal's fighting back, and he's got the lead. Oh, very loose. Overshot the corner, spun out right in front of our leaders. Ridge Runner cut through the grass. Cyborg is now in second. And
well,
they called another caution.
I was just to say, with the flashing lights, I think that's, you know, we're gonna have to talk to them about, you know, when they call a caution, that lead driver has to flash his lights, and that would help us out quite a bit, right?
Well, that would be a good practice.
That would be a good practice. It does look like they slowed down for the caution. Ridge Runner is leading the race. Cyborg is in second, and we got Corporal rounding out third place.
Yep, and we're back under green.
With 4 laps to go, we're going to have to see how this all turns out.
Oh,
you know?
they're going 3 wide, and Ridge Runner going through the grass.
See that little tap from Cyborg. See how he totally got his car loose?
Yep, and I think our leaders just said, to heck with the cautions. It's time to go. Right. Oh, Corporal way off course. Luckily, he hit that access point for an alternate version of the track, and now the caution's back out. So we've got 4 more laps to go.
And that's one thing that, you know, you hear rubbing is racing all the time. That was a prime example. He got up there and he rubbed the back of Ridge Runner.
Oh, and Ridge Runner spun out, warming up his tires, and hit the inside wall yet again. They must not have damage on for this race, Big D. That's the only way I can explain this. I mean, look at Ridge Runner's front end. It's completely half off.
I'd be surprised if they don't black flag him with that.
And Cyborg spun out. I can't tell what's wrong with these, if it's the driver or the car, Big T, but I've never seen so many wrecks and spin outs.
Yeah, I wonder if all the settings are exactly the way it was supposed to be, because I do know that Cyborg has a tune for a hot racetrack. And if he has a cold racetrack, his car would act
Ridge
that
Runner
way.
lost it completely.
Oh, and straight into the wall. And you just gotta wonder when that first place driver just says, you know what, I'm done, I'm checking out, I'm done, I'm not stopping for anybody.
And I think Cyborg
with 3
finally
laps
had enough.
to go. Right.
We're coming up on 3 laps to go, 7 out of 10.
Right. Well,
Here comes
sure looks
Corporal.
like Corporal
Looking.
wants to challenge him.
I think he thought better of it in that turn. Probably wasn't the best.
You know, and that's the beautiful part about having a professional driver. They realize, you know what? I did this last lap, and you know what? It ain't working last lap, so let's not do it. Let's back up and be patient.
Oh, he made the move on the outside. What a power move. I didn't think he could pull that off.
Yeah, it almost looked like Cyborg missed a gear.
Cyborg is all over his back bumper.
Yeah, and you gotta admire a driver that has confidence
there
enough
goes
to be in
Corporal.
second place.
Spun out right in front of him. And they're just going.
You know, it sure looks
again,
like
yep.
sure looks like Cyborg's having some transmission problems.
3 laps to go here in Germany. Oh, there's some hardcore blocking going on here. I love to hear the in-race communication. Oh, contact! There goes Corporal. Yeah, you can hear there's definitely a problem with Cyborg's vehicle. When he's shifting gears, I thought they had damage off as much as they've had this race, but that really sounds like some sort of mechanical issue. And I wonder if they're revving the engine so much. Oh, there goes Corporal. Hits the inside barrier in the grass. I wonder if that might be an issue, as we can see that Ridge Runner is in the pits. But maybe over revving that engine every time you spin out.
Well, I mean, the Porsches are really good at allowing a lot of RPMs, but yeah, you're right. There gets to a point where you're peaking 8,000, 9,000 RPMs too long in a race. That engine, you know, it's built, but, you know, like everything else, it goes when you push it to the extreme, you know?
And as we're back under green, Corporal is retaken first position, but Cyborg is right there on his tail. This is all more contact, and I think Cyborg misjudged the braking of Corporal. This is a pretty narrow track, I have to say, Big D.
Right, you know, it only allows for 2 wide, you know, even though 3 cars can fit in a track, you don't want to hit the marbles on the outside of these tracks, because you got to figure those tires let off little rubber, they call them marbles, and you get in that and then you just got no traction at all.
Oh man, they are just... Cyborg getting very aggressive. I tell you what, I'm loving this. This is some pure entertainment right here. Cyborg looking to the outside perhaps, as we're coming up on 2 more laps to go. And we'll just have to wait and see if they wreck again in turn number 1. I think he's trying to get a deeper turn, and oh, some contact. I don't think it really hurt Corporal.
Yeah, it's almost looking like Corporal hit the brakes or something dragged on his car, because he all of a sudden he slowed way down.
Oh, there goes Corporal. He's around it. Oh, contact with Cyborg, and I was laughing because Corporal went a little bit off track, and Cyborg followed right along with him.
Well, you know, when you're driving, a lot of times you follow the line that the driver in front of you and you try to improve. So when he goes way off, if you're not paying attention, it's not uncommon to follow the driver in front of you. And you do it subconsciously. You're not even aware of what you're doing while you're running these cars. you got to figure everything is happening in split seconds inside these vehicles.
Yep. Corporal's, man, he's just trying to determine how to make this next move. We've got over one more lap to go here, so plenty of time to make your mark. Oh, he's looking to the outside, contact yet again.
Oh, and yet Corporal comes back and said, "Oh, you're going to push me? You know what? How's this?
Oh, he cut
I'm
him
gonna
off
give
a
you
little
little
bit.
tug right back."
Oh, and I think he might be off course. Yes, he is. He's in the sand. Oh, and he's spinning out right in front of him. My goodness, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Remember one time I saw the Jaguars race at historic Silverstone, and that was a wreck fest, but this definitely is rivaling it.
Yeah, these two teammates, they're top of the food chain there in the SBG world. Yeah, Cyborg, he dominates, but Corporal has been known to take on some of the best drivers in the world and compete with them. So,
Oh, he spun out
at this,
right in front of him. Again, he's done that I don't know how many times.
and you can definitely tell the teamwork here because, Cyborg could just, drive away. And what do we
And
got
he's
here?
going
Corporal going
backwards.
to run this in backwards?
Well, that might be some frustration on Corporal's part. All right.
At one
the
point, I
white
guess
flag is
mentally
out.
you
One
go,
more lap to go.
mentally you go, you know what? I can't run it forward. Let's run it backwards and give the audience a show then,
Oh, very, very aggressive maneuver by Cyborg. But he does have the position.
That almost looks
he
like
did that.
Cyborg realizes, you know what? This is it. Win or lose
Yep.
this race. This
Oh, man,
lap.
they're both loose, and there goes Corporal. And I cannot believe that. No, Cyborg says, forget this. I'm going to go win this race.
That shows really true sportsmanship. He could have rocked away with this race and been a lap ahead of everybody, but every time Corporal spun out, Cyborg says, you know what, you're my teammate. I'm going to back up. I still have the lead. I'm going to back up, and I'm going to let's race this. Let's have fun. That's what this racing's all about. Sitting here and having fun with it,
Well, you just got to be nice and smooth for these last few turns. He's got over a 5-second lead. You can tell his pace is definitely slower, and I think Corporal was just pushing way too hard. He's lost now 12 seconds.
I do think Cyborg's just going to say, you know what, we're just going to baby this car around here. Let's not damage our car.
Yep.
Let's finish the race and get the W.
Yeah, you can tell he's going a lot slower entering those turns and coming out.
But I guarantee you this here, Formula, that these drivers are going to get a hold of their crew chief, say, you need to fix my car. I don't care if it's green, I don't care. Yes, he did. I guarantee you there's going to be some crew chiefs tonight going, you know what, we got to fix things because the race
coming
is
out
tomorrow.
of the final turn, it's going to be Cyborg, today's winner in Germany. With Corporal running second and Ridge Runner going through the grass and hitting the outside barrier in third. Wow, I got to tell you now, Corporal spun out as well. I don't know if these drivers are going to make it back.
And for anybody interested in this race, SBGH is hosting it tomorrow, being Saturday. What is tomorrow's date anyway?
Today's, it would be the 13th.
The 13th. and I do believe it's around 6 o'clock Eastern Time. We will be broadcasting live at twitch.tv.sbgamingh is the Twitch account if you're interested in coming. Oh, it looks like they're having a little bit of after race fun now, don't it?
Yeah, I think they're just messing around a little bit after all that excitement.
Yeah, I would almost guarantee that it would have to be a little bit of frustration on their part. You know,
Yeah.
you know what you can do, and all of a sudden you're spinning your car.
Yep. No, it's been a real interesting race and some challenges for these drivers, but you know, D, it's really fun watching this short race with you, and we'll be back really soon for more exciting coverage of Project Cars 2, NASCAR Heat 3, and other events. Folks, I'm Form the Crowd 909 alongside here with Big D. We'll catch you next time.
Yes, and it was very, very interesting race, and you have a good one. See you guys later.